Good evening, Wizards Nation. So game one is under the wraps. Let me make sure everybody joins the stream. My bad, y'all. I should. This is gonna be a learning lesson for me. I want to go immediately after the game ends. I'm freaking 20 minutes late. But yeah, man, we lost to the Bucks. First half was pretty rough, to say the least. Pretty rough, especially defensively. I'm going to get to that later. I got my notes and everything like that. Let me just wait a little bit more for some people to hop on the chat, hop on the stream real quick. But let's just go on. Man, first half, man, transition defense, perimeter defense was non-existent, y'all. I don't want to sound mad because, you know what I mean? This is what we expected coming to this season. But I kind of want to be, obviously more competitive at least. The second half was much better. But let's just do a quick summary, man. KYSHAWN George. Let me move the chat over here. Oh, my bad right here. Fuck. I don't know where to put the chat at. Anyways, KYSHAWN George, y'all. 21 points. 7 of 15 from the field, 3 of 6 from the three. I want him to improve those free throws, though, man. He was missing a lot, especially in the first quarter. 9 rebounds, 4 assists. You know what I mean? 2 blocks. Like, he did his thing tonight, man. He really impressed me. I saw KYSHAWN George as the primary ball handler in second unit. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody saw that, but he was the primary ball handler. Dudes have been asking, like, dude, I want KYSHAWN George to be point guard. Well, you got it. In the second unit, this man was handling the ball the entire time. You know what I mean? His ball handling has improved, but, it still got a ways to go. His ball handling. It's a little bit loose with his dribbling. But other than that, man, KYSHAWN George, he really impressed me today. Also, side note, one thing that stood out to me also, I just kept thinking, damn, in the future, when Bilal comes back, it seems like KYSHAWN's going to be one of the, he has this, how you say, I think he has an entrenched big role with this, not just the second unit or the first, the team. I think Keith has big plans for KYSHAWN this season. You can tell he was ball dominant, and it was like they were drawing up plays with Key as the distributor. Food for thought, just in the future. But anyways, let's just keep moving forward. Alex Starr, 10 points, 12 rebounds. I do like seeing that. No 3-point attempts for Alex Starr. My bad. No 3-point attempts for Alex Starr tonight. Last year, that would have been a freaking. That just didn't happen last year. You know what I mean? No, I do want him to improve. Improve and also just, get more freaking free throws, though. But no 3-point attempts from Alex Starr in 26 minutes of play. Granted, he is on limited minutes. Still recovering from his injury. Yep. What's up, sir? Toot. I agree. I like how we competed towards the end. You know what I mean? Second half was much better. But let me finish real quick. This CJ McCollum was a bit quiet. 4-14, 9 points. Bub Carrington picked up in the third quarter, 11 points, 3 or 4 from the three, But let's just get to it, man. TRE Johnson. Damn, I don't even know what. I don't know why I'm singing. TRE Johnson. I need to figure out what to do with chat. I feel like I'm covering some of the. The thing right here. 16 points, 4 of 8 from the three, 5 of 11. In 26 minutes of play, he had the most minutes out of anybody in the second unit, something that we all expected. We saw that in preseason. But, man, in the second quarter, when he was getting it going, he got most of it in the first half. But we saw it with TRE Johnson, man, when he gets hot. Not even that. Draw up more plays for TRE Johnson, too. I feel like he was creating something out of nothing, especially in the first half. But, man, that was awesome to see from TRE Johnson. Hold on. Let's see here. Corey Kispert, 11 points. Man, oh my God. Let me get to my notes, man. In the first half, this freaking team, the Bucks started off 4 or 5 from the three. then 7 of 10 from the three. There was no perimeter defense, no transition defense. I have it right here. Transition defense with 14 exclamation. What the hell? There was nothing. We weren't closing out. You know, like we heard Keith the entire, preseason training camp saying defense is going to be the identity of this team. We're going to play every single minute. We're going to, it was just non-existent. They weren't even trying in transition defense. Kevin Porter Jr. was playing like Kevin Porter Sr. in the first quarter. And then Cam said enough. Gave him the shoulder, and this man got knocked out for the rest of the game. Hopefully he's doing good. I think Kevin Porter Jr. You know what I mean? He got ruled out for the rest of the game, though, but still. Hopefully he's not anything injured, anything big. Cam Whitmore, 14 points in only 19 minutes of play. I feel like we're going to see a lot of this from Cam Whitmore the entire season. He was doing that in Houston as well. Damn near, 6 of 12 from the overall, 1 of 5 from the three, though. I want him to stop dribbling too much. With Cam, I feel like, every time I see him, I was like, dude, 2 or 3 dribbles, make your decision and go. I feel like sometimes he dribbles too much, and then that's when the defenses start harping on him. I feel like coaches should try telling him, dude, stop dribbling, make a quick decision, and go. Because they can't stop you when you go to the rim. They can't stop Cam with that. But anyways, he was impressive today. I was going to put him in the thumbnail, but I couldn't find a freaking picture. Let's see here. Let's go back to my notes. But what do y'all think, man? Enough about me. What do y'all think? Go Caps Go says, yo, Trey and Key are dogs. That is facts. Facts. I'll keep telling Key's going to have, he has a big role this year, in my opinion. From what I'm seeing with Keith. Making him the primary, I thought secondary ball handler. No, the primary ball handler in the second unit. You know what I mean? Bilal Coulibaly is going to have to earn these minutes when he comes back, man. Because they have a big role for him. Another notes I have here, in the first half, free Justin Champagnie. The heck? Champagnie barely played in the first half. He played, at the end of the first quarter, I believe, for 8 seconds on a defensive snap. Come on. And then Champagnie plays I have here in my notes. Champagnie starts playing more in the second half, comes in, immediately gets an offensive rebound, and a kick out to TRE, who then drains a three, and then gets another offensive rebound like freaking 10 seconds later, starts battling for these defensive rebounds. Like, come on. Like, this see, and Corey Kispert in the first half, I was like, Corey Kispert, WTF. Like, what the fuck with Corey Kispert? Like, if he's not draining his shots, he's a complete L out on the court. Corey Kispert, man. But then he, in the second half, he, kind of avenged himself. He did finish 3 or 7 from the three. But, I want to see more Champagnie, man. Free Justin Champagnie. And this is something that, I know that we've been saying throughout most of this offseason. We're just like, dude, if we don't trade Corey Kispert, dudes like Champagnie is going to be lost in the shuffle. Wait till Bilal Coulibaly comes back. Who else is going to get lost in the shuffle? Cam? I don't want to see Cam get lost in the shuffle. But, that's in my notes. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Another thing. Bobby Portis. In the first half, Bobby Portis and Turner. Freaking Sarr and Bagley did not read the scouting report. They were just leaving them wide open right there. They're not cleaning. They're not even trying. I was like, what the hell's going on? Let's see the first half. I don't know if I can put it up here. The Bucks went 18 of 44 overall. In the third quarter, they did come out cold, and that's when we made our run. Brought it down to single digits for a second. We did finish 17 of 42 overall from the third, 4 and 3. Sorry, pretty much the same with 3-point percentage, 40% each. Free throw, that's all Giannis right there. Like we we did get more rebounds, but it's most of us from the missed 3-pointers from the second half from the Bucks. We doubled their offensive rebounds, defensive. Kudos to Alex Sarr. Now, we keep talking about, KYSHAWN, George, and rightfully so, but at least Alex Sarr, man, like I said earlier in the stream, no three-point attempt tonight. That's a step in the right direction. Now, I do want him to be a threat from the perimeter, but you know what I mean? Let the game come to you. Go for the second chance points. Go for the fast break points. Go from there. And then get in a rhythm and then do your thing. He did have that nice up and under against, I believe it was against Bobby Porter. No, Turner. He had a nice up and under with that one. Nice up and under move. Let's see here. Damn, it's a little late. It's about to be 11 o'clock. They did have 31 assists compared to our 23. 6 blocks to compared to our 4. Points in the paint. That's all Giannis right there, man. Obviously, we had nobody, no answer to, to Giannis. I didn't like how they had key on Giannis in the beginning or in the first half in general. I felt like when the second half, when we started having Sarr on Giannis, we started getting more stops. Did anybody else notice that? Keith put key on Giannis, and I was like, dude, you got freaking Sarr right there, and the key can, fuck it, let him just guard Turner. Turner's out on the perimeter anyways. But, it is what it is. We lost 133 to 120 on the road against Milwaukee. But they came out blazing though in the first half in general. Making damn near all their threes. Like I said, they started off 7 of 10 from the 3. That's also our fault too. Oh, a big part of it. We weren't closing out at all. Transition defense was piss poor. But I do want to see more of the second half play moving forward. I am not subscribing to that first half abysmal defensive performance. I know we're going to tank this year. I know we're pretty much tanking. We're tanking. But I want to be competitive in our tank. If that makes sense. The first half was just like, I was getting ready to tune out. I was like, what the fuck, man? I could watch South Park right now. I could. But the second half, they came out. So, they came out much more, closing out better. Keith made some nice switches, especially that Sarr on Giannis. But even that didn't stop Giannis, but, gave him a chance at least when they made their third quarter run. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think, man. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Let's see if I'm going to pull up the Wizards' actual... see. Sarr definitely played good D tonight. They didn't really get involved in offense that much. Yeah. I mean, honestly, sir, I agree. He had a big task, Giannis. And then even in the first half when he wasn't guarding Giannis directly, he was, he didn't get in much foul trouble either. Yeah. It's just, Giannis just puts too much pressure on the entire defense. Besides Sarr, not even Sarr couldn't guard him anyways. And nobody in the league can guard Giannis, but besides Sarr, I think he's way too small, even though he's 6'9". Definitely can't guard Giannis, but Sarr's the only dude. But yeah, sports legend, I agree, dude. I think Whitmore can be something special. The main thing with him, I just kept thinking to myself, dude, stop dribbling too much. Whitmore, just stop dribbling. Couple dribbles, make your decision, and go. If you're going to drive, then drive. They can't stop you. He over dribbles, in my opinion. But other than that, once he fixes that, we'll see we'll see. I mean, and Chris Middleton, 23 points, 3 or 5. Chris Middleton was actually really solid. I'm acting like I'm freaking surprised. It is Chris Middleton offensively. 29 points, 23 points in 29 minutes, 3 or 5 from the 3. Had a homecoming against the Bucks. But let's be honest. He's going to miss some games this year. Who's going to slide in when Chris Middleton misses a game due to an injury? And that's with the utmost respect to Chris Middleton. But I'm just thinking about that. I was like, okay, when Bilal comes back, I'm assuming it's going to be Bilal at the 3 and then Key at the 4. Right? Eli says Middleton or Bilal at small forward once Bilal comes back from injury. Dude, I said this earlier, Eli. I think he might remain at the 3 with Middleton at the 4, even when Bilal comes back. I think and if Bilal does start, I think he could end up even playing more minutes than Bilal. The entire mostly offensive game plan was kind of like, revolving around Key tonight. Second unit, he was the primary ball handler, which is something that I love. Sports Legend says AJ Johnson needs more minutes. He had no minutes. Barely played towards the end. 2 minutes. But we'll see, though. He is coming back from an injury, but also I think AJ Johnson is just really raw right now. He's really, really raw. But yeah, I think AJ Johnson's going to get more of a run in the second half, to be honest with you, Sports Legend. In the second half of the season. First half, he's going to be buried in the bench. He's got much more to improve. Antonio Garcia says, Bub looked promising. Definitely in the third quarter. I mean, didn't really have much turnovers either, Bub Carrington. He had 2. Key is the only starter without a negative plus minus. What if Bilal coming back sent Middleton to the bench? Eli says. Honestly, I would love that. But I don't know if Keith will do that, to be honest. I keep saying honestly and then to be honest. I can't. That's what I would want. I mean, my prediction was, it would be Bilal at the 3, Key at the 4, Sarr at the 5 with Middleton off the bench. But it definitely seems like Keith values these veterans in the lineup. Let's see here real quick. See what else they got to say here. With 4 3-pointers in tonight's season opener, Trey Johnson has tied Jarrell Eddy for the most made in a rookie debut in team history. Who the hell is Jarrell Eddy? This is a Wizards alum? And no disrespect to Jarrell. I was alive in 2015. What the fuck am I? Where was? What the fuck? What? Yeah. And why is Jarrell in our franchise team record books? Little highlights before I get blocked. Let's watch some highlights from Key. It's just confidence, man. He did go 50% from the 3 today. You do see more consistency in that aspect. Let's see how long. I'm going to try to keep these streams between 25 minutes or less for every game reaction. Middleton, free clip says Middleton's not going to the bench. Yeah, I agree, dude. I agree. I think Keith wants 2 veterans in a starting lineup. That's going to be McCollum and Middleton. Now, Middleton's not going to play 30-plus minutes, though. He played 29 minutes. I think that's the cap with him. You don't want to play him heavy minutes. That's going to put a burden on his body. So, granted, he is starting. He's not going to play fully heavy starting minutes. Let's see here. Wizards rookie guard Trey Johnson has 16 points so far in tonight's contest, becoming the first Wizards rookie to score 15 or more points in an NBA debut since Tom Gugliotta on November 6, 1992 at Charlotte. I don't know, random stat here for y'all. Yeah, this is the move right here. The confidence. Did it against Bobby Portis Jr. too. Look at that, behind the back. He said, fuck it, get out of my way. Watch the hair. Yeah, Corey was on fire in the third quarter. But when he's not on fire, what is he doing? Is he a plus for us? Yes, I agree, Eli. I didn't really watch because I'm 32. Yeah. Yeah, definitely need Trey in the weight room. Oh, but going back to Eli, yeah, man. I love how they put the NBA in the finals, the logo of the trophy. I don't know if y'all saw that. I freaking love that move right there. The nostalgia with that one. Putting the trophy in the middle of the court in the finals moving forward now. Hey, man, maybe Adam Silver might be doing some right stuff. I know I've been dogging him a lot, but, I don't know. They hired Kenny. I don't know if y'all heard that. Y'all seen that. Kenny Beecham. Big fan right here. They're making some right moves. Hopefully Kenny can, whisper some good ideas to Mr. Silver. Yeah, had Portis on skates. He did. He did, man. KYSHAWN George, I'm going to end this stream with this, y'all. I think Bilal's going to come off the bench. No, let me say it with more confidence. I think when Bilal comes back, he's going to come off the bench. I think Key got that 3 on lock. I think that's it. Am I right or am I wrong? And this is coming from a Bilal fan. Key played the most minutes tonight. 32 minutes out of anybody in our team. He has an important, pivotal role in this team. What do y'all think? I'm going to end that with this. Is Bilal going to come off the bench when he comes back? Or is he going to replace Key as the starting 3? That's one thing that I kept writing down to myself. I kept thinking to myself, like, dude, no, I think freaking Bilal, he's not cooked, obviously. Bilal's not cooked at all. The vets won't play back-to-back, so we're good. Yeah, that's true as well. Great point. Yeah, so now, Chris Middleton, I mean, again, I keep saying it, but like, last year, I believe he played maybe 50% of our games, something like that, when he got traded to us. So there is going to be opportunities. Eli says, are Filipinos really that great at basketball? Not sure there are very many of them in the NBA. Bruh. If you're from the DMV, you know these Filipinos can ball. You know these Filipinos can ball. I'm not Filipino, but I've felt the Filipino wrath once or twice in my life. These mofos are quick and agile, and they don't give up. Holy hell. Let's see here. Let's see if I can do this real quick. Yeah, Jordan Clarkson is Filipino, I think, or half Filipino. I think. Let's see here, right here. Cam. Is Cam the best driver on our team? Yes or yes?
Went right at Turner. No easy.
Shit. That was an and one, by the way. He is. Cam's probably, yeah, he has to be. It's not Sar. Maybe McCall. Yeah, it's Cam. Cam's the best driver on our team. Jalen Green. Is he half Filipino? I feel like. Let me see. We're going to end that with this. Is Jalen Green half. Oh, it says Pinoy. So that is Filipino. It says right here. Jalen Green is not half Pinoy, but rather he has a significant amount of, Filipino heritage through his mother. That's definitely a Filipino last name. So, yeah, he got that Pinoy blood in him a little bit. Overall, what you learn from this stream is that KYSHAWN George is a dog. Trey Johnson is a dog. And that Filipinos are dogs. But, yeah, man. Game 1 under the wraps. We're 0-1. But you know what? This is expected. This is what we expect. I didn't want to. And the first time I did get a little bit mad, just at the defense. Honestly. I did get mad about the defense. I was like, what the hell am I watching this? I could be freaking watching South Park. What is this? Second half, they bounced back. I love that. I want to see that effort in the second half moving forward. In the dream scenario, we're competitive in every single freaking game, and we lose the majority of them. We know what the drill is. Get a top. Mel has said it. Get a top 3 pick. That's the objective of this year. Get a top 3 pick. Develop the young bucks. That's it. Let's find out who's going to be in the long term, who's going to be in the short term. That's the most important thing. Road to a top 3 pick. So, game 1 under the wraps. We play Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg's a point guard. Point guards nowadays are 6'9" and have a fro. KYSHAWN George was our point guard today, like a majority of the time. I freaking love that. There's been dudes in the chat lately been saying, put Key at the point, fuck Bub. Put Key at the point, fuck Bub. And I was like, I don't think that'll ever happen. I was wrong. Obviously not in like the starting lineup, but like in the future, like in certain rotations, like in most of it, Key was the starting point guard pretty much. He was the primary ball handler. We got one with Key. Kudos to Will Dawkins. Key I don't want to jinx it, but that 2024 draft class, all of them started today. That's awesome to see. That's really nice, really cool to see. It's game 1. I also think Star has. I think Sar didn't show that much tonight, but I think he can be in line for a really solid season as well. Same with Bub. I am not counting out Bub yet. But anyways, y'all, take care, everybody. This has been 26 minutes long. Please like and subscribe. I'm gonna be going live for a majority of the games. Oh yeah, also Meth streams. That's how I watched the game tonight. How did y'all watch the game? I watched it on Meth streams on my phone. I tried watching it on my iPad, and I do screen mirroring to my iMac Studio. But fuck it, for some reason my iPad wasn't working with Meth streams, but I watched it on my phone. You know what I mean? So I watched it. So yeah, Meth streams, Meth the drug. But it's not a fishy website. It's not a fishy website. Trust me. Meth streams. It will show you every single NBA game. Click on the Wizards. You do have to freaking continue to refresh and all that BS. That's annoying. But I ended up refreshing the game 4 times in 48 minutes of gameplay. Not too bad. I did get kicked out of the game, and I started watching another game in the Western Conference. For some reason, like the stream just went to the freaking Western Conference. I forgot who I was watching. So I did miss it. I did miss like the last minute of the game, but I'm not going to pay $20 a month to Ted. For the first half? Hell no. That was horrible. Mel says crack streams. Crack streams was there last year. Hopefully Meth streams does stay up this year, man, because I'm going to be cooked if it's not. Man. But yeah, man, take care, everybody. I will see y'all in 48 hours. I will do better. I'm going to go live immediately after the game. I waited 20 minutes for some reason. I couldn't. I got to do better. But yeah, man, take care, everybody. Go Wizards. We lost. Fuck it. We lost. Okay, 0-1. Yeah, let's go. Let's get Cam Boozer. How about that? Don't get too mad, y'all. This is the plan. Trust the process. Peace, y'all.